Hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome if you are new. My name is Charlene, and on this channel, we focus on all things beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if you like my style, why don't you come and stay a while? In this video, we are going to be going over 4 of the Phlur fragrances that I picked up in this conference set, as well as the 2 Jo Malone fragrances. I told you guys that during the month of October and November, I was going to be testing fragrances. So you'll get to see my thoughts on those 4 perfumes from Phlur and the 2 from Jo Malone. So let's get started. So let's just start out here with the Phlur set. So that Phlur set came in thing like this. I already pulled all 4 of them out. But it has Rose Whip, Missing Person, Vanilla Skin, and Father Figure. I hauled this with you guys like a week or so ago. And I was telling you that I picked up the set because I knew I was curious about Father Figure. But on the set itself, it mentions how this is the ones that are the favorites, like their best sellers. And I'm curious how I would have felt about the other ones. Now, in that haul, I also mentioned how I fell in love with the Bath & Body Works Guilty as a Fig body mist. So I wanted to see, well, it was duping Phlur's Father Figure. So I said, well, let me put my nose on that because, it's supposed to be it was supposed to be like a sweeter version of it. I was like, well, let me get my nose on the real deal, because if I love that, I should actually love the perfume. So hence me wanting to pick up that. So if you want to see that video, it was my $100 Rouge reward gift card. How did I spend it or whatever? This was one of the items I ended up purchasing with that reward. And these, what sizes are all of these in? Yeah, so these are all 7 mils or 0.24 fluid ounce. So Rose Whip is the first one that was in this set. Now, Rose Whip says that it has top note of pink pepper and black currant, heart of rose, osmanthus, and nutmeg, and base of amber, cashmere wood, and musk. Now, this one is a rose scent, so you absolutely have to love rose. If you do not like rose, hint is in the name, but if you do not like rose, you're not going to like this fragrance. This did not give me granny type rose, like mature type rose. I think the pink pepper in here gives it a little brightness about it. And this did last several hours on my arm. I did smell it throughout the day. But I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I like it. I don't love it. So I gave it a test. I gave it a wear test. I gave it a go. I can see why some people love it because, like I said, if you love roses, it's not, like I said, a mature rose. It got a little different spin on the rose. But because I'm not the biggest fan of rose, it really has to do something for me. Like, it has to have a lot of character going on for me to really appreciate a rose scent. And this one didn't do enough for me to like this scent. But I do like it. And I can see why other people like it. It's just not for me. It does have, it did have several hours of wear. So it does have good longevity. It's just not, but I think it projected for like 3 hours, and then it became more closer to, your circle, like more intimate. So the next one was Missing Person. So Missing Person is the next one. This one has top of skin musk, bergamot nectar, sheer jasmine. And then it says heart of fresh cyclamen, neroli blossom, and orange flower, and base of sandalwood, Australian oil, blonde wood, and white musk. This is the person that loves the musk. If you love musk, you love more of your skin but better type scents. I know that was really popular and could be still popular for some people. You know, they had the Glossier U and all the other different types of skin scents that came out. And this, I think, came out around that same time. Now, this is a musk I do like. I'm not a big musk type person, but this one I could get behind. If I was to ever get a musk perfume, this would probably be the one that I would get, but I'm not going to run out and get it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not a big musk person, but this might have convinced me to be one. Yep, this one might have convinced me to be one. I did enjoy this very much, but like I said, it is more of a skin scent, more intimate, more closer to you. It's not something that's going to be projecting and like that, but I did smell it for several hours and did pass my 6+ hour test where I can actually smell it. But like I said, it was more closer to your intimate area. It wasn't something that projected out. But that is Miss in Person. I did like it, not a love, but I did like it. I did enjoy it. So that's that one. And the next one that was in the set is Vanilla Skin. So Vanilla Skin has top of pink pepper. So this is the second one that has pink pepper in the top. Then it also has pink apple, sugar crystals, lily, jasmine petals, cashmere wood. And then in the base is benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, and argwood. This is just a sweet vanilla scent that stays with you for 8+ hours. It doesn't project to me. It might have projected for like the first hour or two. But like it says, vanilla skin, it's staying on your skin. But you will smell your skin. Your skin will smell like sweet vanilla all day long. So I can see this layering very well with other things. I do have the body mist in this one as well, because during that same haul, I did pick up another set that had the body mist in it, 3 body mists in it, and one of the body mists in there is Vanilla Skin. So I'm curious to see how the body mist is going to compare to this, because to me, this is something normally that I would see a body mist do, kind of stick to your skin and stay with you longer, but this just gave you more hours with it. So I'm curious how the actual body mist is going to perform in relation to the perfume, because I do enjoy the scent that it gave. It does give you a nice scent. It does, like it mentions, it gives you that vanilla scent. I mostly smelled vanilla. I know it has the other floral notes and all that, and they add an element to it, but not enough to change it too much for me, to where I mostly smelled the vanilla. I mostly smelled creamy vanilla is what I mostly smelled, and that is what I smelled on. Like if I sniffed my arm, I still would smell that vanilla on my skin, hence the name Vanilla Skin. Did enjoy it. Would I go out and run and get a big bottle of it? No. And that's why I say I'm curious to see how the body mist performs in relation to that one. So the next one that was in the set was Phlur Figure. Now, Phlur Figure has top note of water lily, lush fig, and cassis buzz, heart notes of orris root, iris flower, and jasmine dew, and base of skin musk, vanilla Madagascar, patchouli leaf, and sandalwood. This one right here. This one right here. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. I see where all the hype was about. I see why Bath and Body Works duped it. They did a pretty darn good job at that. They did a really good job with this. And this, to me, this lasted longer than all those other ones. Like, I smelled this for like 10, 12 hours. Like, and this didn't just go intimate. It stayed, like I could smell it for several hours, projecting around me for several hours. I love this. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I thought I would. I'm glad I got the set just for this. I'm glad I got the set so I could try the other ones, but I'm glad I got to finally experience this, because this perfume is now on my list. It is. It is on my list in the bigger bottle. I definitely will be getting this. I enjoyed this so much. So much. This is gorgeous. I love this scent. Did I say that? Did I say it? Yep, I said I love this scent. Gorgeous. So I see why I love that Guilty as a Fig body spray from Bath and Body Works. Like I said, they did a good job. And I know the body spray is slightly sweeter when you, especially when you first spray it. But the dry down on this and the body spray is the same. It's the same. They did a good job. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that is Father Figure. So that is this set. So out of this Rose Whip, Missing Person, Vanilla Skin, and Father Figure, I definitely would like to get a bigger bottle of Father Figure. The only other one I would even consider in the future, maybe, like I said, was the Missing Person. Like, I'm not a huge musk person, but this one almost convinced me to get a bigger bottle of it. It was that good. So, with that being said, that's my thoughts on those 4 items. So on the back is what they had. They had the notes all on here, so you can see that is everything. So let's move on to the next set, which was that Jo Malone set that I picked up several months back. But I picked it up towards the end of the winter time, and I wanted to let it roll back around to fall, because both of these are more fall winter fragrances, and that's why Jo Malone only releases these during that time frame as limited edition fragrances. People think that they are discontinued. They don't discontinue it. They just do it as a limited thing every year. Around that time, they do this ginger biscuit and orange bitters just about every year around the fall winter time. So Jo Malone, just as a quick thing, is they are colognes. So you can't get your hopes up too high on the scents because of it being a cologne, because you know that's further down on the spectrum as far as intensity of a fragrance and how long it's going to expect to last. So you don't put your hopes up too high with it. But Ginger Biscuit is the one. Let me pull these out. I've already, like I said, I tested these already. They say they're both 9 mils, which is odd. I don't hardly ever see a company doing 9 mil. I normally see either 7 or 10. But this is Ginger Biscuit. It came in a 9 mil, and it's just like it says. It's a ginger biscuit. So let me tell you the notes. Top notes of ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg. Middle notes of caramel and hazelnut, and base of vanilla and tonka bean. And that's exactly what you're getting. This is just like you took those ginger biscuits, the warmth of them out of the oven, that aroma that fills the air, that ginger biscuit cookie type scent. That's exactly what you're getting with this. This is definitely, like it says, fall winter appropriate. It's got that sweetness in it. It got the little nuttiness in it. It has the vanilla in it. It's exactly what it says it is. But like I said, it's a cologne. I only smelled this for like an hour projecting, and then after like the hour mark, you know, I had to go searching for it. So to me, you know, it's not worth it. I'm just going to be honest. They come out with this cute packaging every year, or most years. It's fall winter appropriate, but they need to come out with this in a EDP or in a straight for people to actually appreciate it longer than what you get. Because about as long as it takes for the cookies to bake in the oven and you bring them out, and then the scent dissipates, that's about as long as this fragrance lasts. that's about as long as this fragrance lasts. So that is Ginger Biscuit. The other one is Orange Bitters. Now, Orange Bitters is that citrusy one. This is all the citruses. It has bitter orange, sandalwood, amber, orange, mandarin orange, citruses, and dry plum. Like it says, all the citruses. But this one here, I can see some people saying that it being a masculine scent. It says it's unisex, but to me, I can see some people feeling like it's unisex leaning masculine because of the woodiness, the amberness, the citruses that's in it. It is a nice scent. It does, it's very bright, and it has a slight little creaminess about it. It has some, it's woodsy, like it says, it's woodsy. So you have to love that type of profile to appreciate this. But yes, I can see why it's appropriate for that fall winter time. It's definitely giving you those vibes. With that being said, this one was another one. Only a couple hours and I didn't smell it no more. So these two, I'm glad I tried them. But I would not get bigger bottles of this at all. It's not for me, so I wouldn't go for that. But so far, that is my take on some of the fragrances that I've tested so far. Stay tuned to the channel so you can see more testing results and review results on what I feel about some of those fragrances and things that are coming up for sale, especially over the next month or so. Tell me what you think about the fragrances I just reviewed today down below in the comments. Do you have these fragrances, 1? And 2, what are your opinions on those fragrances? Would you recommend them, or do you layer them with anything? What do you do with them? We'd like to know down below. If you haven't already, please be sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.